Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night. You know what that means? Knucklehead Comics. We're in the building. The first episode of 2025. How is everybody doing?
Good.
We
Look
back.
for a minute
Happy
like we
New
just
Year.
zoom in on Ray and catch him off guard.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, why am I the only one on screen? Well, we're just dancing to the last part of the intro theme.
Just start shaking them booties.
But what's up, y'all? We back. It's 2025. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
There we go.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New everything.
This will be the second episode y'all will see of us of the New Year. So
that's right.
Happy New Year again, though.
But well, technically, this would. Oh no, because the Raw is the first one, right?
Yeah, the Raw will be the first one, and then
this is the second
this will be the second stream they see. So yeah.
Yep. And like we said, you comment on any of our shows, we will reply back to you.
Leave questions.
Also, if you want to be part of the live recording, let us know. We'll send you the link so you can be in the chat, so you can interact with us while we're recording in studio here. So
word.
Yeah, so these videos are a little more like typical YouTube. Make sure to like, share, subscribe.
All that good shit. All that good shit right there. But again, like we said, previous streams by now, thank you guys for continued support. Thank you guys for joining us in 2025. And let's get to that 1,000, man. We're less than 200 away. So let's get to that 1,000 subs.
Word.
Hey, that's a big goal, man. Let's try to get there in as little time as possible. That way we can set a next goal for the rest of this year.
Facts. But yeah, man.
Shit, but yeah, so like I was looking up the last show, there was no comments or anything for people to talk about. I think there was one on some of the shorts that we did.
Okay.
So I'm gonna check on the shorts real quick.
Okay.
Well, while you're doing that, give a rundown. We got tons of things to talk about today. Superman trailer.
Yes.
We got what we're hyped for in this coming year, movie-wise.
Yes.
We got Lobo being cast.
Yeah.
We got What If. We got Skeleton Crew. Yeah. We have the question, Ray, did you watch any of these shows?
I started watching What If. I did not get to watch Skeleton Crew. So, yeah.
So once again, Ray, our on-the-field correspondent, who's out in the field, talking with the people, doing face-to-face.
Well, I have been face-to-face, but for other reasons, which we talked about off the air. I'm sorry.
Come on, Ray. This is your game with everybody saying, Ray, Min, Sanchez, yeah.
Whose game is it? But yeah, so one of the comments on the shorts was about the Russell Crowe short that we made.
Oh, okay.
So he goes, Pope's Exorcist was gangster as fuck. It's not what you expect for a random exorcism movie. It's less the Exorcist, more like an off-brand Constantine toned down for a PG-13 rating. Still cool as fuck though. Yeah,
so that movie is. I really enjoyed that movie. I didn't think I was gonna like it. It's really solid. The acting's great. The story's great. The portrayal of what it is to be a priest is actually different than what you would normally think. And it's actually based on books so the Pope's Exorcist is a real dude.
Yeah. And
he wrote books based on his experiences performing exorcisms and all that shit under the guise of the Pope's like, this one's real, get him, go fix, do it. So there's a possibility that they could do more. But who knows? It's up to Russell Crowe and anybody who's in charge of making the movies.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say, I feel like this wasn't the first time they interpreted from those novels. No, so I feel like there's a few.
I don't know if it's the first time that they've used something from the novels. This is the first time that they directly pulled from it.
Okay.
This is directly based off of those.
Gotcha.
One of the other comments is based off of me saying how the Clone Wars made me a Star Wars fan. Gotcha. And it just goes, interesting entry, but welcome. Appreciate the welcome to the Star Wars universe.
Who made these comments? Let's give some shout outs.
Let's see. So the comment that made for Cody Weston 7489.
Cool.
That was the Russell Crowe one.
Okay.
The one who said welcome to the Hales Red Star 1547. 1543.
All right, thanks, then Cody and Tails, and thanks for commenting.
And that was it.
You too can get your comment or question read, recorded live.
On the Knucklehead Network.
Just use the telephone number below.
We're gonna give you a random number. We're not gonna pick up, but you can still call the number.
Remember, me and Gene Oakland, like, call the WCW hotline right now and find out.
Yeah, that was. I always wanted to do it, but I felt like it was a scam, or they was just gonna tell you, like, "Oh,
I think Macho we tried it once and just didn't get through."
Yeah,
I remember. I think for the WWE one, I called like at 7:00 in the morning, just like they should pick up, right? It's like they said they'll pick up. No one ever picks up. It's like
shit. You call the WWE one, all you get is "What if God was one of us?" Yo, speaking of that, there's been rumors going around by comic book movies. Superman's early test screenings are reportedly being described as Guardians of the Galaxy level good.
I've heard that as well.
And we all saw the trailer for it, right?
Yes.
All right. So we all saw the trailer for Superman. Yes. But hearing shit like that makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel like this movie's gonna suck.
My worry is that I feel like that is gonna be like the base meter for anything James Gunn does. It's just like,
yeah,
it's Guardians of the Galaxy is like the Richter stamp for this, and it's just like, based off the trailer alone, I don't see this movie being that good. But it's just off the first trailer. I wasn't a fan of the trailer, but I don't know.
It's just they said the same shit about the Flash. The Flash, like not that level, but they were like, "Oh, the Flash is amazing. The Flash is amazing.
It was gonna be
the Snyder Cut is the best movie we've ever seen in our fucking lives." And then we see it and we're like, "Yo, are you blind?" Because I saw it and that was trash, straight and utter trash. Like that shit looked like the shit that you put in a garbage can and people with big ass trucks pick up. Trash.
Thank you for the full description of what trash is.
Yo, say it in Spanish for the people at home.
Por favor.
Basura.
I was, you know what it is? I want to just be like, garbage.
I said Spanish, not Italian.
Basura. But yeah, man. But I want them to succeed.
Yeah.
Because there is no Marvel versus DC for me. It's if we can get a universe where we're seeing the Green Lanterns, the fucking Flash, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Black fucking Lightning, you know what I'm saying? Like Mr. Terrific. If we can see a universe with all these people living in it and get another 20 years worth of movies out of them, why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a dream come true. I don't want another 20 years of the first ever Batman movie.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, can we stop seeing his parents die again and again? Spoiler alert, everyone! His parents die in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, much like Bruce Wayne in his own head. Never.
So real quick, before we get into the trailer, real quick, somebody just put in the chat, Chris Hemsworth is basically Anakin Skywalker. He was trained by Qui-Gon. In Men in Black, he was with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
He worked for Mace Windu in the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
And he dated Padme.
Yeah.
Now,
wait a second.
being that he's from Australia, I need to know his feelings about sand.
Yeah.
Never trust him around. You know what? We're not going there.
Yo,
No,
but
go there. It's 2025. Go there.
He did give all those kids powers.
Okay. See. Okay.
So
but
led him to
their. But he would have led them to their death.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't trust him around a big group of kids. Oh.
But yeah, all right. So the Superman trailer.
So
okay.
Here's the thing. Funny, like hearing you say that you didn't enjoy the trailer or you didn't,
I don't have high expectations. That's the best thing.
High expectations.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if people say that it's got to be Guardians of the Galaxy because James Gunn already did the Suicide Squad, and that movie was amazing.
Yeah, agreed.
He had a hand in Peacekeeper, and Peacekeeper was good for the most part.
Yeah.
So he's already proven that he can handle DC characters.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. The screenings, I've noticed that when you hear that people in the screening said blank, you can kind of trust what they say. When you hear other people outside of the screening, where they're like, oh, executives also saw the screening and they said it was good, and Tom Cruise said it was good, and this one, that's where the bullshit comes in. Because think about it. We've heard everybody and their mom outside of the screenings talk about how good The Flash was. And it wasn't.
Horrible.
But we've heard we heard everything about what happened with the Captain America screenings, and they've changed that fucking movie 7 times now. And nobody outside of the screenings is saying anything different. It's all the people inside the screening that's like, this movie is this. So, I'll tell you right now, as sacrilege as it may seem, and this is not coming from another topic, and I am super hyped for the Superman movie. And I'm not even a Superman fan like that. But when we get to the other topic, I'll delve more into that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if we're going to talk about the trailer, it starts with the first shot that you see in the trailer. For the first time ever, you see Superman without Doomsday around, coughing up blood. His face is fucked up. He's in the snow. He's got to whistle for help. That's the first time I've ever seen Superman and connected with him. It was like, okay, me and him are here. He's one of us. I think that was a strong way to start that trailer, but that's just me.
No, it definitely gives an emotional reaction because you're like, oh, okay. But again, we shall see.
I mean,
did you what did you take on it? Like, did you enjoy it? Do you like it? You have Guardians of the Galaxy expectations?
No, I don't have Guardians of the Galaxy expectations. But the thing is, you can't have Guardians of the Galaxy expectations with this movie because this is Superman.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like Guardians of the Galaxy, you can have that for like the Green Lantern Corps or like a team or whatever the fuck. But this is Superman.
Yeah,
and watching it, I was excited to see that you see Crypto in it, the dog.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, take me home, and the dog fucking runs and takes him home and all that other shit. But then you start looking and you're like, wait a minute. All right, so the Green Lantern's in here. Hawk Girl's in here. We saw evidence of them wearing like a uniform or some shit. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, this doesn't look like this is current day. This looks like this is like in the fucking 90s or some shit because of the way that people are dressed. Mr. Terrific is in here. He's looking terrific, minus the pun. So I'm like, all right. So what we're getting in here is actual characters. And I'm like, all right. This seems like this is going to be the world open. Like this is a Superman movie, but this is a DC story. This isn't going to focus on just Superman. This is going to focus on the DC universe.
Yeah, it definitely gives the almost like full chapter 1 opening here, but it's called Superman.
Yeah.
Which I guess if there's any character to do that with, it makes sense to do it with Superman. Like to open up the franchise in a sense again, to do this new just facelift in a sense for the DCU.
Because Superman is, for lack of a better example, is the Captain America of their universe. Because Captain America is the face of the superhero syndicate in Marvel. Like in their in their reality, Captain America is the face of the superhero. Good. Superman is the face of DC and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
So if there's gonna be a omega level threat, or there's gonna be, we got aliens and we got other superhero people, we got superhuman people, it's got to be with Superman, because you don't need a fucking superhuman with lasers and all that shit for Batman. Even though like you do need it if you're trying to capture Batman, you do need Superman because Batman's a badass mother. But you don't need all of this for Batman because Batman leaves you alone pretty much.
Yeah.
Superman's out in the front. Whatever he does is scrutinized. So if you're gonna have the Guardian of the Universe, the Green Lantern, you're going after Superman. You know what I'm saying? And then whoever the fucked up Mike Larry, I want to meet the man that fucked up Superman. So let's, we need some backup for him too.
Yeah.
And that's where you introduce your fucking powerful fucking people. You're not going to introduce the Green Lantern to take out the fucking Riddler.
Well, Guy Gardner, you might, because he's trash. But
no, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. So I'm excited for the possibilities of what we've seen so far.
Okay.
But what didn't you like about it, Ray?
Not enough baby mamas?
No.
Word.
I think, funny enough, for me, it being what we basically just talked about, it feeling like it's more than a Superman movie made me less interested in a sense. I'm like, so we're starting again, even though that was kind of the point of this movie, but I'm just like,
yeah.
So we're here again, but this is the introduction for everything.
Well,
but again, it might just be off the trailer. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna give it a chance. The movie itself, it was cool to see Crypto, but yeah.
See, I know something a little bit more that I don't want to give away because they haven't explicitly said it yet. So this technically is going to be a spoiler, at least for you and as far as you and Toe are concerned.
Yeah.
But with the knowledge that I know that I have,
okay,
and certain scenes in the trailer, I'm not worried about this isn't going to be a Superman movie. This is DC Part 1. I think this is going to be a complete Superman movie, but James Gunn is just going to let us know, this is the world we live in. These people exist in the world, but we're telling his story.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I saw it.
No, I get it, but it's just I like the fact that they're using this to introduce these people.
No, yeah. But exactly that. But this is not gonna, like I'm saying, this is not gonna be
it's not gonna be overtaken by that. Like that was my word.
Superman is 50%. They're 50%. No, this is Superman's story. And hey, these guys are also here. Here's these guys that you also get to get used to. This will lead into other shit, but
Gotcha.
I do like the fact that this is starting off strong, where somebody's fucking Superman up. This isn't a Superman versus Lex Luthor fucking movie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Lex Luthor is his greatest enemy, but Lex Luthor is also supposed to be fucking Omega level genius, and we have not seen any genius level Lex Luthor in any of the movies that they made Superman in. Like even Gene Hackman wasn't a genius level fucking bad guy. He was just a run of the mill fucking bad guy that made fucking Superman that was blonde. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what the fuck they did in Batman vs Superman. I don't know who the fuck that guy played. That wasn't Lex Luthor. You know, so let's see what happened. What got me was in the trailer. It said Luthor Corp.
Oh, so that is comic accurate.
Oh, so it's not Lex Corp.
It starts off as Luthor Corp, and then somewhere along the way he changes it to Lex Corp.
Okay.
So that is what do you call it? It might not be what we're used to, like cartoon wise or Smallville wise and shit like that, but it is comic accurate. It has been Luthor Corp before, and then it becomes Lex Corp.
Gotcha.
Which that's something that James Gunn is really good at, is taking what's in the comics and making it accessible for the movie. Hence, Guy Gardner's stupid ass bowl cut.
Yeah, everybody's talking about that.
Yeah, that also took it away from me. That was just like, I get it that it is accurate, but I was just like, did we have to bring this part to the movie? Like,
well, so here's the thing. Because he's not wearing his traditional look.
Yeah.
And because Nathan Fillion is playing him, I think you had to lean into the bowl cut.
Yeah.
Because if he just showed up and used the ring, you're immediately going to be like, oh, he's playing Hal Jordan.
Understood. Yeah.
Because Nathan Fillion is just that likable. And if anybody knows him, he's voiced Hal Jordan before in certain cartoons and movies. And he's been wanting to play a Lantern.
Gotcha.
But that's the thing that I like, is they're not shying away from what the general population would be like, oh, that looks fucking stupid. It's like, well, if you know the character, he's an asshole. He's probably the worst Lantern we have. That all fucking goes with, like, it's part of a larger package. It's not just the fucking, oh, the bow's ugly. It's like, who gives a shit?
There's more that goes to it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The only thing I didn't like about the trailer, is how CG obvious Crypto was.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like they could have blended an actual dog with Crypto a little bit.
I'm hoping it's blended better in the actual film, and maybe just for the trailer, it was like, well, we're not going to focus this much for trailer purposes.
No, and he looked like he was running fast, but it took forever for him to get to that.
Facts. That was the one thing, but I was like, I'm going to let that go, because I saw that, like, all the comments were that's like, why did it take Crypto so long? I'm like, maybe for the trailer, it was just like, let's have the emphasis of it.
I think it was to build tension.
Yeah, I think that was that. I feel like that was the main purpose of it. If we watch the movie and it's taking them forever, though, I'm like, okay, this is a problem.
Well, one of the things that people don't know too much about Crypto is he's not really that obedient. Like he's not a fucking snap to it and he does the shit.
Yeah.
So
no, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, if he's running to me, you was running, like, you had an avalanche behind you and you taking forever.
Yeah, but how far were we watching him run from?
I get it.
We might not have been watching him run from 10 yards down. We might have been watching him, unbeknownst to us, from the fortress all the way there. So, like watching a plane from the ground, you're like, that plane's moving slow as fuck. But when you're up there, it's 500 miles an hour.
Yeah. But I mean, it's dope that we also get Crypto and shit too. You know, we need. I'm happy that a lot of the shit is happening in this movie where it's like, yo, this is the normal for this universe.
Yeah,
we don't need explanations for every fucking thing.
Yeah, and I like the fact that this is bringing back more of the hope and the, you know, Superman can be a symbol and not fucking brooding and, you know, trying to be Batman.
Yeah.
Like Snyder tried to make him.
Yeah.
But
it's also good to see him at odds. Because remember, the guy threw the fucking can at him.
Yes.
It's also good to see how maybe we can actually play with how do you operate in a world where people are going to be mad at you. And somebody else brought this up. This might be a case where Superman literally can't save everybody. But people are might turn around and be like, but you're Superman. If you can't save everybody, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah.
I'd much rather you have, it's that weird thing, right? Where it's like, well, if you can't fucking help everybody, then don't help at all. We don't fucking need you.
You take it for granted. Shit, but how did you feel about the Clark Kent version of this movie?
Now, I like two things. I know you didn't like the hair.
Yeah, the hair looked weird.
But I actually did like the hair because now when you put the hair with the glasses, that is not Superman. You can't look at Clark and be like, is he Superman? You can't. That's two completely different people.
Yeah.
But I also like the fact that he's towering above everybody as he's walking the street. But Clark Kent still felt small. Like he still felt like when he bumps into other people could still beat his ass. Like, which I thought was fucking cool because that's what you need for Clark.
Yeah. You know, which somebody was mentioning, because I was watching a breakdown of it, is like the psychology of him playing Clark as Superman is deep because he's running late and he's bumping into people. And for him to bump into people and not fling them across the street because he touched them, as Clark Kent, takes a lot.
Yeah, he has to be able to control everything. Which, seeing it like this, though, I like because it doesn't feel forced. If that makes sense. Like, you don't notice that it's like, can no one notice that that's Superman? Like, nope, no one can see it. Like even with Smallville, it was like you can tell.
Well, like, was it Christopher Reeve? The original Superman?
Yeah. Well, the one from the 70s Richard Donner movie, yeah, that's Christopher Reeve.
The one that got hurt on the horse?
Yes.
All right. So Christopher, there was a scene where he was in Lois's apartment and he was about to tell Lois that he was Superman and he was Clark. He took off the glasses. Like he did one of these. He was like this. Lois? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to say I'm a little nervous here. Like, you see him how, like, he slinches down, he changes his voice, and then when he took off the glasses, he stood up straight. He was about like 4 or 5 inches taller. His voice got deeper. He started standing up straight like this, like a man, you know, alpha male type shit. And then he put the glasses back on, and everything hunched back down. And he got a little bit of
Stefan. That's what it is.
Yeah. And I think maybe that was the reason why people still say that he's one of the best Supermans, because he was one of the best Clark Kents.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's the difference between Marvel and DC that most people don't recognize. When you play Captain America, Steve Rogers is the same person. He just has a mask on. Iron Man, Tony Stark is the same person. He just has a metal suit on. Superman and Clark Kent are the opposites. Batman and Bruce Wayne are the opposites. You're playing two different people there.
Yeah, because DC's the only one where the majority of the time your secret identity is important.
Yeah.
Where if you look at Marvel, you can count Spider-Man, Daredevil. Those are the only two true to mind. Their secret identity must be upheld. Characters that I can think of.
And that's all because of the Kingpin.
Yeah.
The Kingpin will kill your family and has killed your family because you fucking your identity.
Like, not even Ghost Rider has to hide who he is.
Yeah. Shit.
So, to go with the whole glasses thing, I've mentioned this before. In the 70s or 80s, the CIA did or the FBI, one of the alphabet organizations, they did a study where they brought in people and ran them through pictures of people with glasses.
Yeah.
And then ran them through the same pictures, but the people had no glasses. They just took the glasses off. And the majority of the people taking the test failed to recognize the same person with and without glasses. The majority of the time. So, it is feasible to just with glasses on and off,
that you no longer know
to be different people. Because I think that's because instead of paying attention fully, we just pick up on key things.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, glasses, next. Blue hair, next. And you're not looking at the face. So when he comes up again, you're like, this one doesn't have glasses, that's not the same. Get out of here. I'm looking for the guy with glasses.
Gotcha.
But on that point, I actually like the fact that we're looking at a potentiality of Lois already knowing that Clark and Superman are the same. And they're already entangled in their relationship, and we're not going to get a will they, won't they shit.
Yeah.
Which I think is good, because we played out the will they, won't they shit.
Yeah, that's like the origin.
Let's be honest. The real Lois Lane is a little bit too fucking hardcore to be. But is Clark Superman in that? No, she's gonna know. She's gonna know right away. She's gonna be all right with it. Let's get on with it. Like, stop with the precursors and shit. So I like that they did that. Or it looks, it gives off the effect as if that is what's happening. Because again, we haven't seen the movie yet. Unless Ray did. Were you in one of the screenings, Ray?
I was not.
That's why you didn't like the trailer?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
I saw the actual movie, so I'm like, the trailer sucked. Nowhere near the movie.
Can you imagine that? Being in a test screening and you're like, yo, this cut of the movie is fucking great. And then you see the trailer and you're like, yo, that trailer makes this movie look like trash, but this movie's gonna be good.
Yeah, that has to be the reaction for something, right? Imagine that had to be for somebody that they're like, this doesn't let you know what's gonna happen. Like, who made this edit?
Like, that's the only time you see the Green Lantern in this movie.
Yo, not to bring up the Flash game, but what if people saw the cut of the Flash that was actually good, and then Tony Machete, the guy who directed it, got a note, and somebody's like, hey, they want you to do a reshoot. They had an idea of putting a baby in a microwave as you try to save it. And he's like, what? No, I'm not going to do that. And like, we signed your checks, buddy. You got to do what we say. And he's like, everybody get back in here. Save the fucking kid. Beat the chalupa. God damn it.
Make sure you put it in after the chalupa was taken out of the mouth.
Because that happened with, I was telling Toad the other day, with the first Meg movie. Jason Statham was doing an interview and was like, yo, the movie we shot was vastly superior than the movie that they showed. And we all know that, especially in the old school DC, they too many cooks in that fucking kitchen.
Too many.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. Just a little fun fact for Cap, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know this, but Due to everyone leaving or being fired in 1941, Stan Lee, at 18 years old, was appointed editor-in-chief and art director for Marvel.
I honestly did not know that. I didn't know it was that young for him.
Yeah. And apparently, if you want to get into this weekend, the first trailer for Daredevil Born Again is reportedly set to release this month.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh, well, I've already seen it, but they had the Comic-Con leak.
Yeah, this show, I haven't seen the trailer, but this show, based off of what I'm hearing, is for me the most anticipated show.
Yeah.
It's more anticipated than the Superman movie.
I'm looking forward to this just because of just what we've heard from articles that have been posted about it, just little things here and there, set shots that we've seen. This should be great. Like, this should be fire. Even without seeing the trailer yet. Like, yeah, this looks like it's going to be good. So.
I just can't wait for them to release the Snyder Cut.
I hear you.
I don't know if that one's coming.
Did you know that the Spider-Man animated TV show is now 30 years old?
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy shit.
I was 9 years old when it came out. Shit.
I was not a thought yet.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
Hey, Raymond.
Yes.
Screw you, man. Screw you and your young knees.
Word.
They don't feel so young anymore. I'm starting to realize that every day.
All right, so here goes a question for people, and we're gonna talk more on this topic also. But if Jason Momoa can come back as a villain in the DCU, what are the chances that Henry Cavill can come back as Deathstroke?
So,
or someone.
There's two prevailing theories. Speaking about with the Superman trailer, that dude that he's fighting in the baseball field, whatever arena that was.
Yeah.
The guy who potentially fucked him up. Ultraman is what they're assuming it is. Right? Because in certain pictures, you can see a U on his chest.
Yeah.
The two prevailing theories is, one, David Cornsett, the guy playing Superman, is playing a dual role. So he's playing both characters. Or Henry Cavill is Ultraman.
So was he getting an uncredited role in this?
Well, it won't be uncredited. You just don't mention him until the movie comes out. And once the movie comes out, boom, now you...
Because then they will have to unmask him, though.
Yeah, who knows? We don't know anything about that dude in black. This is all speculation. We can all be wrong. Well, I say we, like I actually was fucking pontificating about this.
Oh, it's like you're in there?
I know Lay doesn't think that's Ultraman. He thinks that's someone else. But he's like, because Ultraman is just the Superman, like a gangster Superman.
Yeah. So, for anybody who doesn't know, there is an Earth. I don't know what number it is, but there is an Earth in the DC Pantheon in which the Justice Syndicate, or the Crime Syndicate, or the Justice Syndicate, something like that, is the leader of the Earth. So instead of getting Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, we have Ultraman, Power Woman, Owlman, and I forget what the fuck the Flash's doppelganger is. But this is a universe in which they all arose, and instead of being good, turned around and took over. I was like, yo, fuck this. I'm the strongest person here. You're going to listen to how I do shit. And they run it like a fucking crime family. So that's where Ultraman comes in. But given the little bit of extra information that I know, and again, it's not much, but that I know that you guys might not be privy to, because you don't, look into things as deep as I do. There's still a way that could be Ultraman, and that could still be the gangster dude.
Okay.
That's still a possibility. Or it can even be. It can even be what more likely, I would assume, would be him pre-gangster. And then the results of this film send him off to whatever the other Earth is, and it's the genesis of him. Like, what happens here is the genesis of what he becomes in the other Earth. It's also a possibility. We get a sneaky origin story for two super people.
Hey,
if this is the start, it would be the perfect way to just give us a little taste of what it could be.
Word. So before we get on to the next subject, let's get to the co-subject of this. Jason Momoa coming back as Lobo.
Yo, the role he was fucking born to play. If Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool,
yeah,
then Jason Momoa was born to play Lobo. And if you don't think I'm correct, go watch the Justice League, because that was not Aquaman surfing on a fucking flying thing as he's coming down. My man, that's Lobo.
Legit, watch one of the post-credit scene. No, I was gonna say the post-credit scene in the Flash, where he legit just didn't give a fuck no more. That was him as Lobo. That one little bit. I was like, no, this is Jason Momoa acting like Lobo. Yeah, in Fast and the Furious, that was Lobo. Like he was having fun. Like
shit, and then
I can't wait.
What was it? A DC animated movie where Lobo was going after?
Yeah, Lobo had to hunt. Was it? I think it was Supergirl.
Yeah. And then he was like fucking everybody up. He was like, but because you're not a part of the contract, I'm not gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Like, he's an honorable dude, but he just doesn't give a shit.
So Lobo's a space bounty hunter, where he's truly the gray area. Because if you give him a bounty he'll accept a bounty on anybody, and once that bounty is accepted, he goes after them full fucking force. But if you're not a part of that bounty, he's not going to go out of his way unless you force his hand to fucking kill you. And on top of that, he speaks in the first person?
Third person.
Third person. He speaks in the third person, which
In the
is
first
fucking
person.
hilarious.
Lobo
And everything he does, he's the main man. He thinks he's the greatest. And I think, what the fuck was it? He's the last remaining member of his planet and species because he killed them all.
And now that makes him immortal, right?
Something like that, yeah.
I was gonna say, is he immortal technically?
I mean, yeah, he's super hard to kill, if not immortal.
Okay. No, but this is seeing his reaction though, seeing Jason Momoa's reaction to this is just, it's too perfect. It's like it's awesome to see that, just because if anything, he's gonna give like the best portrayal he can to any role.
Shit, I think the only person that can play Lobo better than Jason Momoa is the Macho Man.
That would have been fucking fantastic. If they would have done this shit back in the 80s. Yeah. How many perfect castings does that make? Robert Downey is Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Chris Evans is Cap.
Yep.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Yep.
Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Yeah. What about Henry Cavill as Superman?
Well, no, because we've seen, when I say dream perfect casting, I was like, that guy has to be this character.
Oh, okay. So
we've seen
Hugh
other
Jackman
people
is Wolverine?
be Superman.
Yeah. So Hugh Jackman is Wolverine?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. There you go.
And Charles Xavier.
I would say that Patrick Stewart is a preferred actor, but what's his name? The younger one. Ray, you know his name.
You think he does a good job?
The one from
the one from X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past and all that.
God.
He was in Speak No Evil.
Yeah, he was just in. I love that fucking movie too. Damn it! Oh my god.
Yo, we've been off for a while, people. So
sorry.
The names and the
which is funny because I'm usually good with names, and it's
like James McAvoy.
There we
James
go.
McAvoy.
Yeah.
Which also, if you guys haven't, please check out Speak No Evil. Really great movie.
I'd actually prefer to watch the original one. The original one has a deeper ending. But.
Yeah, but this one was like it worked for what I thought it was going to. Because I went in thinking, this might be hokey. It was actually really good. I enjoyed that movie.
But the point being is James McAvoy also did a good job. And I'm literally counting roles where you're like, I cannot see anybody else play this role. Like, I don't see anybody else playing Cap. Steve Rogers Cap.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else playing Tony Stark.
Yeah, no.
See, like you can't even say Tom Holland Spider-Man because we got Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
We'll be debating that all day. Yeah. Shit. But no, those definitely are. That's like it clicks. It's just like this worked. This worked. But finally, we have Lobo.
And he's going to be in the
Lobo movie before Blade.
But yeah.
He's going to be in the Supergirl movie?
Yeah, so he got cast to play Lobo in the Supergirl movie.
Nice.
Which we know the Supergirl is going to be played by... You guys got to help me out here because I don't watch Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon Cards or whatever the fuck. But the young woman from the first season of The House is on Fire, but don't worry, we have dragons.
Molly Alcock.
Yes.
Her.
I'm excited to see what she can do with that because Kara Jor-El is a weird character, not in the sense of not in the sense of like the character is weird or awkward, but in the sense of she was old or older living in Krypton when it blew up.
Yeah.
So she's technically older than Clark. But Clark got here as a child and was raised here. She came here after as a teenager or a preteen. So it's a good chance to bring something to the table where you're not only a fish out of water for where you are because the Earth is not her original planet.
Yeah.
But you're a fish out of water in a situation where not only you don't really know your body, but you don't know your powers, you don't know what you're capable of, and hey, put on this cape, you gotta fight some motherfucker.
and then your baby cousin is twice your age.
Yeah. Oh, you want to hear something interesting as we're talking about this? Neil deGrasse Tyson, right, was working at a planetarium, and some DC members came up and asked him where, because they wanted to do a comic, a panel where Superman will go to the I just said with the planetarium, and look at Krypton. Because it had been 24 years, and it's 24 light years away, so we would have gotten to see the last light of Krypton before it blew up. Ooh. And he wanted to see that.
Okay.
So they asked Neil deGrasse Tyson, where would he look based on what we had? And Neil deGrasse Tyson said, well, if he came here when it blew up, he wouldn't see it. Because it would have already happened when he came here, unless he hit a wormhole and got here faster than when it blew up. And DC said, okay, and used that, and now it is official canon that the reason why he's older than Kara, even though they left at the same time.
It's because he was in a world.
It's because he hit the wormhole and got here technically 24 years before all that shit went down.
Okay.
Which is fucking... It's kind of dope to see that, like, a real world physics and science were like, here's how we can add to this story to make it
to add some detail and at least some clarification, because it never made sense. It's like, wait a second, why is she technically younger but older? So that makes sense. But
they applied some of that to the time travel theory in Infinity Wars
and Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody know. Yeah. You know what's funny? We were watching Endgame in a rehab facility over the weekend, and they cut out the line, so Back to the Future is bullshit. Because the channel that it was playing on plays a whole ton of movies like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that they didn't want to turn around and go, hey, Back to the Future is bullshit. So and they're like, hey, up next, Back to the Future.
Shit. But I mean, when is will come out?
I don't know. I don't know the slate of DC releases that well. It could possibly be 2026.
So I IMDb'd it, and I was like, let me go. It's expected June 26, 2026.
2020 what?
6.
Okay.
Damn.
So next year.
06, 26.
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say
our boy's birthday.
That's what I was like. So it's coming out 2 years ago.
Yeah. It's actually our boy's birthday.
Nice.
Oh shit! 626.
Yep.
There you go.
Shit. So I mean, we took a long time with just the Superman part of this shit, but real quick, let's give a synopsis of Skeleton Crew. We could talk more about Skeleton Crew in the later weeks when we finish the whole thing.
Watches.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but as of right now, the Skeleton Crew is a refreshed take on Star Wars.
Gotcha.
There aren't any Jedi in it. Yeah. It's more of a enclosed story about these kids, which makes it dope. And we're starting to see how these motherfuckers control all the money.
Okay.
You know, I like, because if you put 2 and 2 together, when they talk about it, it's like, yo, the rebels got nothing, but these guys can buy fleets and this, and that's how they made 2-3 destroyers back to back because of what's going on here.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, now this makes sense.
Yeah, it starts to give you a little detail.
Because in the Star Wars lore, you're like, damn, these motherfuckers just do whatever the fuck they want. But no, the actual money talks and bullshit walks is still feasible in the Star Wars.
I was gonna say, in the galaxy far, far away, there's
money still talks.
Gotcha.
Yo, this series has, like Toe said, it's breath of fresh air, has reinvigorated my love of not only Star Wars, but being a nerd.
Damn, that good, huh?
Yeah, because there's certain little aspects that it's like, yo, that was me.
Gotcha.
Like, I've said this before with our review of the first episode, but there's Neil, my favorite character. That's my boy.
Gotcha.
And I think episode 1, he's talking about a girl. He's like, yo, this is the love of my life. And his boy's like, all right, did you talk to her yet? And he goes, no, not yet. I was like, that's me. That's every nerd in the world who's like, yo, that's the prettiest girl I've ever seen, but I'll never ever go talk to her. Because not all of us grew up like Urkel, where we could just harass the fucking girl next door.
Yeah, right, legally. But no, it's definitely worth a good watch. Like, gotcha. Ray, give it some time, and it's not like that piece of shit that they call Star Wars. There you go, Acolyte. I forgot the name of it. It's slowly deleting from my memory banks that fucking show.
Gotcha, no, yeah.
Only reason why I don't want to delete it fully is because Trinity was in it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that
watch eventually.
Yeah, it's definitely a good show. It's I don't know how many episodes are left.
Yeah, I think there's been 5 already.
So there may be 3 or 4 episodes left.
It could be anywhere from 1 to 4.
Okay.
But I'll tell you one thing.
I don't have my phone on me, so I can't.
I'll tell you one thing, though, Ray. I would definitely suggest to watch it.
Got.
But binge watch.
Okay.
Like seeing all the episodes back to back to back, one story or maybe like one sitting, 2 sittings, I think would benefit from every week. You gotta watch. It's like because it gets to the point where we watch it on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, like, yo, don't we got a fucking a Skeleton Crew episode? Now we watched yesterday. Bullshit. That was last week's episode. It's like, fuck, now I gotta wait. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And on top of that, they are staggered in length. So first episode's almost an hour, then it's 30. Then it's an hour, then it's 30.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it plays. But it doesn't, no episode ever feels like it falls short.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They all feel perfectly paced. So that when you're watching, you don't even notice, hey, that one was shorter than this one. They all just feel like the time they're supposed to be.
Gotcha.
And to me, there's one character that steals the fucking show, and I'm gonna let you decide which one that is.
Okay.
You decide.
Yeah, because I don't want to take away. I don't want to add expectations, and then because you say that like, oh, this one does this,
and then it's like,
and then you watch it and you're like, well, I don't.
He was alright.
Yeah.
Gotcha. No, but I gotta watch. I was gonna try to watch it while I was in Jersey because my cousin's fiance is a big Star Wars nerd, but fortunately, time was not on our side. So I'll watch it eventually.
Yo, there's 24 hours in the day.
Yeah.
I just told you this is an hour or a half hour.
And how many episodes is there?
5.
So I have anywhere from 3 hours to 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Out of 24.
It doesn't help that we also binge Squid Game somehow, but I didn't have time to watch.
Yo,
Squid
you watched another
Squid
one that's
Game.
fucking.
Yeah.
We're not binging Squid Games, but
in 2 days we binged Squid Games.
Dude, Squid Games is shaping up to be some deep shit.
Yeah, we got to the part where they just voted after the first game.
Oh my god! Okay.
Which
you guys have to watch that, and then we have to talk about that because oh my god,
we could talk about that shit next week.
Yeah,
if anything.
Because oh my god.
But yeah, all right, we'll save that for next week. Now, how far did you get into What If?
Halfway through episode 2.
God damn,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Ray. It was the first couple episodes is a chore. It wasn't it.
You know what's the worst part is that I want to watch because TikTok basically spoiled like the majority of it. So it's just like I do want to watch. I just again had no time to sit down and watch it.
I'll tell you right now, Ray. I remember half of the first episode.
Yeah.
I remember episode 3, which I believe is the Winter Soldier and the Red Guardian.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 episodes are legitimately good.
Yeah.
Every other episode, there's 8 of them. Every other episode, I cannot fucking tell you what happens. I do not remember them. I fell asleep during them. I don't even want to go back and watch them. If it wasn't for the last 2 episodes, this would be a trash series. But the last 2 episodes bring it from trash to disappointing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, if you would have just gave me the last 2 episodes by themselves, good. I'm fucking fine with that. Oh, and episode 4. I remember episode 4. That's the Howard the Duck one.
Yeah.
Because I remember just how fucking stupid it was.
Yeah, and that when I saw that on TikTok, I was just like, That was funny. That was at least.
Unless I missed that episode. I didn't see the episode with Storm.
See, but that's the one TikTok like boosted like crazy. Just Storm's introduction to it.
Yeah, the one where Storm's from Wakanda. Or what if Storm was the Black Panther or some shit?
I don't think that was on the list.
Bro, I saw. I didn't see a video of it. I saw What If, and it was a poster. I was like, all right, that's probably one of the episodes. Nope.
That's not one of the episodes that we had. That's not one of the episodes that we've either seen or slept through. So,
well then.
Yeah, but the last 2 episodes are worth watching.
Gotcha.
You know, I think they fell off, and they fell off hard.
I was gonna say, does it feel like they're reaching at this point just to like add on to the seasons?
I think they're trying to catch the magic of the What If characters having their own shit, and then the Watcher getting them to fight Ultron, Infinity Ultron.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to capture that shit again. But the problem is they're not doing it. They're not, because this last one was like 2 of the characters came out of nowhere. Like the last battle, 2 characters were from last season, and then the 2 other characters like, where they came from?
Yo, the entirety of the last 2 episodes have more to do with the first 2 seasons than anything that happened in this specific season.
Word.
Okay, so yeah.
I gotta go. All right. And I'm sorry. Agatha is not worth pushing down our fucking throats. Stop Roman reigning her.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true. Before we call it a night.
Yeah.
They said that Denzel Washington's character might be Storm's father.
Okay.
In the Black Panther movie? That's what they're speculating now?
To my knowledge, Storm grew up as a pickpocket on the street. So I'm not too familiar with who her father is, if that isn't a legit character.
She's not from Wakanda, right?
No. I think she's from like an actual real place, like Kenya or something.
Okay, right. Change the tie-in?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't need Denzel Washington to be somebody's father or this or that. Just make him a strong character.
I want to see what they're gonna do with Denzel in the MCU. Like that is,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be mad if Denzel is the guy who taught Shuri how to fucking do all this technology shit. Mm-hmm. He was the guy who learned how to manipulate the fucking
vibranium.
Vibranium. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be mad at shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, he doesn't need to be fucking Martin Luther King's fucking doppelganger. You know, like, he doesn't need to be somebody that in the history books is written down. Like, oh,
you know that's what they're gonna do.
He's the El Dorado of the person. Yeah, like, he doesn't need to be El Dorado as a person. Like, we get it. He's Denzel Washington. He's in the movie. Give him a part and let him rock.
Nah, you know they're gonna make it something where it's like very just yeah. If they didn't already kill off T'Challa's father, that probably would have been Denzel.
Probably.
Like,
I tell you one thing though, I'm not gonna let
his grandfather.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let them do to this Black Panther movie what they did to the first Black Panther movie.
Which
the news and the reactions to the first Black Panther ruined Black Panther.
Gotcha.
They all made it seem like this was a fucking black historian, black strong movie where it was like black power, fuck the white man. We're doing all this shit and blah blah blah. And I'm watching Black Panther and I'm going, this is a Marvel movie. Ain't none of this shit. Like, who the fuck lied to you people? Like, y'all motherfuckers read the wrong book. Just because this is an all black cast and all of a sudden it's fuck the white. No, they didn't say none of that in here.
Yeah.
They did more of that in Black Panther 2 than they did in the first one. When they calling that motherfucker a colonizer and shit.
Yeah.
Like, in the first Black Panther, this was just a Marvel movie with the Black Panther in it. Like, y'all motherfuckers made me think like this. They were the Black Panthers. Like, like they were going against the white man and shit. Like, oh, it was because like what Killmonger was supposed to be. They made it seem like the whole movie was like that.
Yeah.
But that's what fucked it up for me because I went in there prepared for the wrong movie.
No, you know what ruined my first watching of Black Panther? Was that, you remember the Ugandan Knuckles meme that was out for a while?
The what?
The Ugandan Knuckles.
No.
So okay. So around the time Black Panther came out, like maybe a month prior, it was going around because of course that's what these kids do. Put out a Ugandan Knuckles. So it'd be, do you know the way? That thing. You probably saw it at least once on the internet.
Wait, the character Knuckles?
The
Yes,
Sonic
Knuckles.
character?
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
there was like a jacked up version that just for some reason kept saying, "Do you know the way?" And it would be very like it was very a little insensitive at times.
Yeah.
So of course, my showing of Black Panther, there's a bunch of kids behind me. The whole fucking movie are just doing the Ugandan Knuckles every time something. I'm like, why?
Wow. Starting 2025 off with racism. Way to go.
I'm saying that's what the kids were doing, not that.
No. You're saying that they all talked at the screen and you couldn't watch a movie. Like, that's what you're saying.
Because they were doing that was just fucked up. Because it's like,
Hey, you're just saying an observational truth.
Speaking of observational truth,
yes.
last thing before we go,
Okay.
Marvel Studios is reportedly developing a new The Punisher show.
Yes.
As long as he doesn't fight a fucking Amish man, I'm good. Because that second, I don't even think I finished that second season on Netflix.
You know, it took me a while to finish the first season, and I apparently stopped watching the second season right when it was about to get good, and I said, "Oh no, I reached my threshold. Yeah. There is no about to get good in this one."
Yeah, I'm with you. I stopped watching right as it about to get good, and I went bullshit.
Because, he's in the middle of the street about to fight 20 people. I said, you know what? We're going to call this one a day. And I gave Iron Fist a chance, but I was like, you know what?
And
Iron Fist got my fucking let's keep going for the year.
This is not a knock on John Bernthal. He's a very good Frank Castle.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was just the writing of the show didn't encapsulate us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is the real last thing, because I mentioned this in the short. Real quick, what is your most anticipated comic book movie, not TV show, movie that's coming out this year?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Captain America: Brave New World.
I thought you were gonna say Merry Christmas.
I am very excited to see it. Just because I don't want to believe all this shit, everything's happening. Like I feel like this is the movie.
Yeah, it isn't more like for me. It's just I just want it to come out at this point. Like let's just see what happens with the movie because the trailer doesn't look bad. Like the amount of shit they've talked about this movie, and we have yet to see like it. Yeah, it's the same though, because there's what else is coming out this year?
Fantastic Four, Captain America, Thunderbolts, Superman.
No, yeah. So just
that's the ones I can remember. There might be another one or two.
Yeah, I would still say Cap. Yeah.
Mine was Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Until the Superman trailer came out. And now I'm more hyped for the Superman movie only because I'm this deep into Marvel. We have to go see those movies anyway. Yep. I want to see what James Gunn can do with this movie.
Got you.
That's because Captain America, though, Bully Ray said on Busted Open that 2025 AEW is either going to have a resurgence or go out of business. Right? It's all or nothing this year, depending on how they play it. And that's how I feel about the MCU. We're either going to get back on track
or it's done.
Or this shit's going to fucking collapse.
Yeah.
So I'm already strapped in the roller coaster seat in that one. I might as well, let's see what James Gunn can do on the other side.
Yeah. I was going to say, hasn't that been the MCU though forever now? There's just like, they might make it this year.
This is coming off the back of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Black Panther 2, Deadpool and Wolverine. You now have to show me that you can make good movies again that make money at the box office that don't have other shit attached to it. That don't have previous history attached to it.
Gotcha.
Like Captain America doesn't really have previous history because this isn't Chris Evans. This is the first time we're going to see Anthony Mackie up on the big screen. Yeah, we had the TV show, but he was Falcon for 90% of that.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You say that with this is Marvel. I think this is DC. Like, I think DC needs more of a hit than Marvel does.
Yeah, DC needs something because they're on their last line.
People are gonna watch the Thunderbolts because the trailer looked good. It looks fun. This is a team movie, whatever. People are gonna watch the Fantastic Four because I believe the Fantastic Four is like an X-Men type group. And now that they're in MCU, I think people will be more inclined to watch that. I think that's going to be the most viewed movie of the year for Marvel. But if Superman is bad, you can't bounce back from that.
True. But I think James Gunn is playing a little bit with house money.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. And I'm going to make a bold prediction here that this is my boldest fucking prediction. And I do not want to be right.
Okay.
But I got to make a bold prediction here for the start of 2025. I agree with Toe. Fantastic Four is going to be the highest grossing Marvel movie.
I can see that.
I think Captain America is going to be a disappointment in terms of being a movie and the box office numbers. And I think Thunderbolts is going to be a good movie with an even lower box office score. Because no matter how good that movie is, I don't think there's enough people who are going to go watch it because they just said Marvel on it. I think a lot, from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, even with good trailers, a lot of people are like, who gives a fuck about these people? That's my bold prediction.
Gotcha.
Makes sense. Like I could see that, but if the Thunderbolts are good, the word travels fast.
Yeah, like I said, the Thunderbolts is going to be the good movie that didn't make any money, because by the time everybody's like, "Yo, you got to see it,"
it's going to be gone.
Because the theaters now have this weird thing where they only have to keep a movie in the theater for at least 2 weeks. So if the first 2 weeks of a movie are not working, they chuck it and bring in whatever new is coming out. And they can't afford to keep a movie in the theater that's going to take up screens and not make money.
Like that Chris Evans and The Rock movie went to Amazon, 2 weeks after?
Yeah. See, that you got to do that with Kraven. Kraven was only in the theaters for 2 weeks. Red One is different because Red One was supposed to go to Amazon all along.
Oh, was it? Okay, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, it's an Amazon movie that they just put in the theater.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense because I was just like, damn, like this movie just got put on there like nothing. But okay, well then,
it was almost like they released it on Amazon and the movie theater at the same time.
Feels like it, basically.
But like we said earlier in the show, comment down below and we'll respond on the next show. Thanks for everybody who put the comments on the shorts and on the show last week.
Yep.
We are back to our normally broadcasting schedule.
Yep.
And by the time you see this, you will see the sports show on the next day, Wednesday.
Yep.
Thursday, we got the live showing of the Wrestling with Knuckleheads, where we got a lot to talk about.
Yep.
Friday, I believe.
Yeah, that might be the best day this week. So, yeah.
The Toe in the Show with Ray and Gigi show.
Yep.
And whoever else besides the show.
And Monday, the first ever Raw on Netflix.
Yep, that would have happened already. So go back and watch that one.
Yeah, definitely check that out. Again,
and
comment, subscribe, all that good shit. We're on that road to 1,000. So there you go.
Right. And what did we say we was going to talk about next week? Squid Games.
Yeah. Season 2.
And more. Stick around, come back, and we'll all figure it out together.
Facts.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.
Doses.